Hello, everyone. Sorry if there's a bit of noise. I'm in a hotel lounge, so there's a bit of music going on and whatever. Yeah, so regarding Kiado, I guess last time we talked about like how much the transactions, the execute system withdrawal transactions cost, and apparently I think Ruben measured it, and it's around, if I remember correctly, like 45,000 gas for 8 withdrawals. So it's basically nothing. Knowing that before it was like close to 1 million gas, I think, for 8 withdrawals, if I'm not wrong. So it's way better, which of course makes sense because we're not interacting with an ERC20 token and whatever anymore. So that sounds good. I guess regarding Kiado, there's also the fact that we are running the script for the cleanup. So we talked about this, I think, last week. So basically, we are cleaning all the storage slots to make sure that we have the same version running on mainnet as on testnet. That should be done soon. And then after that, we'll upgrade the contracts to have the exact same version as on mainnet. So that's still ongoing. Regarding Hive tests, do you have any news, Marcos?
Yes. Hi, everyone. We solved the one base error on Pression Guide. Basically, it was a problem that we wasn't deploying some contracts. And we started to look into the claim events. And we started to look into a dashboard for the client, just like in the Ethereum Foundation one. And that's basically our update for this week.
Can you repeat the last one, sorry?
Yeah, sure. We started to look into a dashboard, to build a dashboard similar to the one that the Ethereum Foundation has for Hive test, for our case for Erigon and Nethermind is in for now, and later for Geth. To show which are the running test case on Hive for the different clients.
Sorry, do you mean there's like this Hive test website that publishes the results periodically? Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, do you think it will be useful? Generally, what do you think to have such dashboard?
I mean, the idea is that everyone knows at all the point which are the different test cases. I'm pretty sure that you found helpful when we know that some tests are failing for some reason. It's the same for Ethereum.
Yeah, it should be very helpful.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, it looks nice at least.
Because we have also a workflow for Hive, but yeah, it would be better to have this dashboard.
And sorry, do you run Hive tests as part? What did you say? Is it run as part of your CI or maybe like?
Yeah. We have workflow and we can run any Hive test simulator on our GitHub Actions.
But isn't it like I thought that it's quite heavy? How long does it take you to run the full Hive test suite?
So
it depends on test suite. Like, for example, consensus tests times out if you run everything, but engine tests take it depends.
1 hour.
May take a couple of hours. It depends on the suite.
Right.
I think consensus tests were changed to not timeout, and they don't timeout. Right?
Yes.
I can check how long. I think execution API takes hour and a half or something. Let me check.
Yes, I can confirm this. And consensus test probably about 6 hours, 8 hours maybe.
well, you can't run 8 hours on GitHub Actions. It's up to 6. So if you run default suite,
yeah,
it times out.
Marcin did some workarounds to schedule many workflows or something like that. So you can check it, but generally,
yeah, I know that the drawback of it is like if they add something new or remove or rename and we don't notice, it will start failing. So, but there are like a few hundred of suites and everything is coded there manually. By this, we can like fit into this 6-hour limit.
Well, I guess I'll let you look into that. Yeah. Anything else regarding that topic? All right. Well, then let's move on to mainnet. So the audit is still ongoing for the contract, but hopefully it will be done by end of this week. I'm not too sure, but we're deploying end of next week, so it will have to be done by that time. All the clients have created releases, so Nethermind, Erigon, of course, but also all the 5 consensus layer clients. So that's great. So now we are working on we're going to start working on the .NET packages. So basically, just upgrading all the to the latest versions that are compatible with Chapela, and making sure that we get them published as soon as possible. And then we also have maybe Avado and Serum packages, but I'm not exactly sure about that yet. But anyways, we also need such to be updated. And as we have the Nethermind guys here, that might be quite interesting. So I noticed that Sedge still doesn't support Erigon on Gnosis. Is there a reason for this, or can we add it?
I will work later on see if there is an issue on Erigon on Gnosis. Should not be a problem. But at the time that we was developing Gnosis on Sedge, we didn't have Erigon, so that's why we didn't add it. And Nimbus, we don't support Nimbus for several reasons. We tried, but we could not make it. So yeah, please send me all the client's versions over Telegram. That would be great.
Yes.
So I could add it.
Yeah, I'll post all of those as soon as I have a fixed place.
Just to match if there is any mismatch with the latest version or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. So how does that work actually on Sedge? Like, does it automatically take all the latest versions, or do we have? Or are you saying like Gnosis has those versions compatible or whatever, or how does that work?
No, I mean we don't have latest because sometimes the clients introduce a new one that can break. So we decided to just to put another version. I mean, a fixed version that we tried in our test. So the solution for that is if you want to run it with another version, there is several ways where you can just run it with the version that you want. So for users, if we don't support, I mean, if we don't support some specific version, you can just run it by yourself by hand. But yeah, we periodically update those versions.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. I'll send you the versions afterwards then on Telegram. All right. Well, regarding client updates, Erigon, do you have? Sorry, Nethermind, do you have any news?
No updates this week from our end.
What about Erigon?
No updates except for our latest release, which has Chapela support for Gnosis Chain. So like Chapela scheduled for Gnosis Chain.
Awesome. And I guess Guillaume isn't here. He did send me an update though. Let me just check real quick. I can't access it really right now, so whatever. I'll write it in the updates afterwards and share it on the Telegram group if necessary. Gateway, any news? I guess there's no one from Gateway here, actually. All right, well, not much to say then. Yeah, go ahead.
I had some chat with Guillem from Geth team that he was debugging or trying to figure out something wrong with his state post the block reward call, but I don't know the details. So
yeah, so before he had an issue where he was calling the wrong block reward contract, the deprecated one, because it was upgraded, and now he can call it correctly, but it always returns 0 something, and that's the issue. But I think he's with the Erigon team this week or something. I'm not too sure, and was supposed to work on that. Yeah, so yeah, I'll ask him for a more concrete update, I guess.
all right.
Yeah, is there anything else?
Regarding the script, it's completed, so Chiado is back to normal.
Nice.
You mean this slot updating?
Yeah, so all the slots are set to 0 that were set on the previous version of the contract.
Great. Then we'll just do the deploy the new contract, which is exactly the same but without those slot cleanup things, and then get it verified. So it will be way better after that. And also, you will have feature parity with mainnet, which of course is great. All right. Yeah, Lukasz.
I have one question about the contract, because the old because I'm confused here. The old one had a parameter for the retry number of retries, right, or something?
Yes, correct.
Failed withdraws.
Yeah. Okay. And is this parameter staying for backwards compatibility with Chiado, or is it like being removed? What's can someone clarify what's going on with that?
Yeah, so the function signature, if we change it, I think we will break Chiado, or you would have to implement conditional logic on your client to be able to sync Chiado. So while it's annoying, I think the best thing is just to leave the previous signature so you can have a unified logic for all networks. But on the new contract that we have not yet activated in Gnosis, we have 2 signatures, one with the parameter, one without the parameter. We are not going to use it now unless you want to implement branching logic, but again, I don't think that's good. If in the future we deprecate Chiado, then we have the option to just change the signature, and you will be able to sync retroactively in mainnet with both signatures, because both have been available for the entire length of the chain.
Okay. Complicated and unfortunate, but okay.
Yeah, it's ugly that it's one parameter. I think can deal with it. We have not. I have not updated the spec for this reason. I'm not sure if we should.
So I think we shouldn't, because if you change the parameter here, then you will break Chiado archive sync, right? So you still need to pass forward here to be able to sync Chiado. So for now, I think we need to pass this parameter.
Cool. Yeah, in the contract, we have added notes explaining the situation. I think we should do the same for the spec and leave as is. And in the future, if we drop the network, we can change the spec.
I think it should have never been a parameter in the first place. It should be hard-coded in the contract, but that was probably the problem.
Yeah, I think the
Well,
original
it's a
decision
bit late
here
for
is...
that anyways.
Yeah, but I can recap the reason. So if, say that there is a bug or something, like this parameter influences how much load it incurs in the contract in block processing flow. So I think it makes sense to coordinate that way, because you can bake it in your releases and we can coordinate that outside of the chain. I agree that it may not be the best thing, but whatever.
Yeah, okay, let's move on.
All right, anything else?
And sorry, so should it be 0? Should we the arguments be set to 0 now?
With
It doesn't matter.
0, you won't be able to sync Shadow archive node, because for all the blocks you need to pass this value. So what we are doing right now with Nethermind, we have 4 basically, and that's it.
Okay, got it.
All right. Good point. I like that. All right. Nothing else? In that case, see you next week, and thanks for joining.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.